3 hours before our anniversary party, an unknown number messaged me, "Don't go to the party. Check the trunk of your wife's car." I thought it was a prank, a sick one, but the key fob was still warm when I picked it up from the counter. The driveway smelled like rain. The garage light buzzed overhead. My hand hovered above the trunk button, my chest calm but my stomach burning. The lid lifted with a slow groan. Inside, under a folded blanket, was a shoebox. I pulled it out, set it on the floor, opened it with a surgeon's hands. Letters, dozens of them, his handwriting. The same man who had been at our wedding, the one she swore was just a friend. Words that didn't belong to her, words that weren't mine. I didn't feel anger, not yet. I only felt a silence so deep it pressed against my ribs. The trunk clicked shut. I stood in the garage with the shoebox at my feet, and I knew, without a shred of doubt, everything I had built was already over. At first, I convinced myself it meant nothing. Old letters, before me. But the dates said otherwise, some as recent as last month. Her voice drifted from upstairs, light, rehearsed, humming while she dressed for the party. She had no idea I was down here, reading confessions written to her in another man's hand. "You deserve better than him. I'll wait for you. One day you'll be mine completely." The words cut, slow, precise. Not the crude betrayal of lust, but something worse. Emotional treason. She had carved out a part of herself and handed it away in secret. I didn't storm up the stairs. I didn't scream. Instead, I placed the letters back inside as neatly as if they were evidence in a trial, because that's exactly what they were. Over the next week, I became a shadow inside my own house, smiling when she smiled, kissing her cheek like always, but my eyes watched. My ears cataloged every word. Phone records, late-night texts deleted before morning, a second email account she thought I'd never find. Each clue stacked carefully on top of the last until the weight of them pressed against my lungs. When she touched me, I felt the chill of someone else's fingerprints. When she laughed, I heard the echo of a joke told in another man's voice. She suspected nothing. I played the role of devoted husband flawlessly. But inside, I was sharpening silence into a weapon. I sent a DNA kit off in secret, not because I doubted my children, they are mine, but because I needed certainty, proof stronger than suspicion, truth that could not be twisted into excuses. The waiting was agony, but also freedom. Every day that passed, my heart hardened into stone. The results came back on a Wednesday morning. Her phone buzzed beside her coffee, and she smiled at me as if the world was whole. I opened the envelope with surgeon's precision. The test confirmed what I already knew. The children were mine. But in the same envelope, tucked between pages, I had the letters, the emails, the evidence I'd compiled like a prosecutor. That night, I laid the stack on the dining table. She walked in, heels clicking, hair still perfect from work. Her eyes landed on the papers. Color drained from her face. She whispered, "Where did you—" I didn't answer. I didn't need to. The silence stretched like a blade between us. I pushed the box toward her, slow and deliberate. "Read them," I said. My voice was flat, mechanical. Her hands shook as she picked up a letter. Her lips moved, eyes flicking over the words she had once read in secret, words she had kept alive behind my back. Tears welled. She reached across the table. I leaned back, folding my hands, detached. She started, but I cut her off with the faintest smile. "I know. You never meant for me to find out." She broke then. The sobbing, the stammering, the desperate apologies. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't touch her. The cruelty was in my composure, her unraveling against my stillness. I walked away that night, not with rage, not with violence, with silence, the only weapon sharp enough to cut her completely. The house behind me collapsed into sobs and broken apologies, but I didn't turn back. For the first time in years, I felt weightless. Not healed, not happy, but free. Some betrayals don't deserve fury. They deserve exposure. And once the truth is dragged into the light, it rots on its own. I closed the door on our life together with one final thought. She hadn't just lost me. She had lost the privilege of ever fooling me again.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.